Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to create another amazing sales dashboard through Power BI by using the one of the project. So by end of this video you will learn how to create the Power BI dashboard with various steps, and you will be completing the project, and you can add that project into your profile so that you can have the weightage in your profile. So and also there are various things which you are going to learn in this dashboard creation, that is bookmarks and using the cards, like cards chart, and for representing the KPI, and also you are going to use how to use of slicers in the Power BI. And also one more thing important, that top 5 performance, like when we are having this so much of data, so we want to see there are top few contents, like for top few data where it is having the more weightage and more value or more profit, so that we can see to that in this project, and you can go and learn on these things. So now let's not waste the time, let us get it started, so that you can see and dashboard is fully interactive based on the details, right? So you are going to learn, and you are going to execute the same thing along with me. Okay, let's not waste the time, let's get it started. So before go into project or dashboard creation, let us understand what is Power BI. So Power BI is a business analytical tool developed by Microsoft. It helps to users to visualize the data and share the insights and make a data driven decision. So it's nothing but, and the name itself is having Power BI. B means business and I means intelligence. So it means that various data, currently the world is data driven, right? So each and everything will be each and every decision in the business, it will take a base from the data. So here we are going to use the Power BI tool to analyze the data and understand the data and review the data and take a decision based on the data. So it means that by inputting the data, and we are going to get output with a visualization. Okay, what exactly is happening in the business, what needs to be improved, where we are getting the information, and where we are having so much of improvement, and where we need to concentrate to overcome of the in business means obviously sales and the profit, right? So if sales is more, obviously profit will be more. If sales is less, why it is less, where exactly is less. And it's not that in each and every shops have similar or small kind of things to sell, but there are various things available, but people need to take a decision. Okay, what exactly, in which area we are making a loss. So that's the reason, based on the data input, we are going to have the output visualization, so that we take a proper decisions. Okay, this is what is happening in the business, this is how things runs, right? So based on that they can take a decision. So what Power BI does, so if I talk about, connects the multiple data source, there are various source, in the upcoming videos you can see to that where there are n number of data source where you can get the data to review and clean the data and analyze the data and create the visualization to take a decision. So as of now I have given a few examples: Excel, SQL, and web apps, and cloud service, and more. So transform raw data, so it cleans the data. It means we are going to clean the data. See, the data which you can download from the various source, it is not in the good condition, so we are going to clean the data as per our requirement, as per our decision making skills, to enhance the decision making skill. Okay, it means that cleans, reshapes, and combines the data from various source. Create interactive visualization, charts, graphs, maps, and dashboards, right? So interactive, it means that okay, if I want to see, there are various charts which we have created, and based on that, if we want to see the data and how it is getting interacted, if I talk about in the initial stage, we see slicers. In the slicers we had a Q1, Q2, Q3. I just need to know in which period, which quarter we made a profit, and from which category we made a profit, what is the top performance, what is the overall sales. So all those things, right? And last thing is publishes and shares the report via Power BI cloud, allowing the others view or collaborate. It means that it is going to connect the multiple source and transform the data, create interactive visualization and publish the report, so that people who has access, they can review the data and they can take a proper decisions. Okay, now let's review the what are the job opportunities available in Power BI. So popular job roles using Power BI is data analyst, business intelligence analyst, Power BI developer, data scientist, business analyst, and reporting analyst, and data engineer, so dashboard developer. And job responsibilities: design and build the interactive dashboards, connect the Power BI through various sources, like as I mentioned earlier, clean model and modeling the data and analyze the data, work with stakeholders, understand the requirement of the reports, like what kind of report they need, and automate the data, automate data refresh and ensure the data accuracy, right? So now let's move on to industries hiring for the Power BI skills. Like there are various industries where they are hiring the Power BI dashboards of the Power BI user, like who is aware of it, like finance and banking, healthcare, retail and e-commerce, telecommunication, manufacturing, government and public sector, and consulting firms. And coming to skills that increases your values, DAX, like in what exactly in the Power BI also there are other things also you need to learn, and based on that, like you can have the complete knowledge on the Power BI, like DAX, data analysis extraction, and SQL, data modeling, Power BI. Okay, so Power BI, Power Query, M language, so machine language, okay, Excel, Python, or so Azure Data Services. So all these things. So factors that boost your salary: strong command on the DAX and Power Query and SQL, experience with Azure Data Services, knowledge of Python, or and good dashboard design and storytelling skill. See, everyone can create the dashboard by looking at the videos, but we need to make sure that we have the proper details and proper things to take our decisions, right? So until unless you have data which you created when the based on the data which you created in the dashboard, which is not giving the proper information, that's not a use. So that's the reason, like you need to have that information. And again, working in MNCs or high growth startups, and certifications like Microsoft Certified Data Analyst Associate, career, and next move on to career growth path. So entry, like data analyst, junior BI developers, and mid-level BI analyst, Power BI developer, senior level BI architect and data engineer, analytics manager, lead, head of BI, business intelligence, data analytics, and director. So next move on to see last thing is like Power BI salary ranging in India INR. So this is again, there are some of the data so which is available online. So Power BI developer, like what kind of role and what kind of experience and what kind of monthly salary they are going to get, or what is the annual salary, you can go and see. And data analyst and BI analyst, data engineer, freelancer, like you can have the freelancer consultancy also, like you can teach that how to use the Power BI, right? So based on that details, like there are various salaries available here. So that is what things works in the Power BI. And so mainly that is all about the what is Power BI and how it is actually. So now moving to objective of this project which we are creating, right? So the objective of this project is to create an interactive and visually compelling Power BI dashboard that provides a real-time insights into sales performance, customers behavior, product trends, and regions growth. To objective to enable our data-driven decision by tracking key performance indicator, like which I mentioned, key KPIs such as total sales, revenue, profit margin, inventory turnover, and customer acquisition, helping stakeholders identify the growth opportunity, manage the inventory efficiency, and optimize marketing and sales strategy. So the main objective is to improve overall performance of the business. So for that, we need to have the proper information with us, that like, okay, this is the data, this is what we are going to create through by using the Power BI, and this is the output. Based on that, business can take a decisions. So this is what we are going to learn this project. So now let's not waste the time, let's get it started. Now let us see what kind of data we have for this Power BI dashboard creation. So this is for SRI SAI MART e-commerce store. So this is data which we have, which I can see in the folder, right? So let's open and see what the data is there. Open the data and this. Yeah, so open with Excel, and another file, open with Excel. Yeah, so there are two sheets which is available. One is order and another one is data. So let us see what kind of data we have in the data sheet. Right, so we have order ID, and we have amount, we have a profit, we have a quantity, we have a category. Like you can see what kind of category we have: clothing, electronic and furniture. So in that, what subcategory we have? Like if I talk about electronics or clothing, let's select the clothing, and we can see like what kind of subcategory details are there, like related to the clothing. So handkerchief, kurti, leggings, saree, shirt, skirt, stool, trousers and t-shirt. So similar way we have another one, electronics. So in this also we have different kind of subcategory, like accessories, electronic games and phones. Okay, so now again comes to furniture, we have different kind of subcategory which is available. So let's see further, like what kind of payment mode they paid, like cash on delivery, credit card, debit card, EMI or UPI. So overall we have a data sheet here, and now we have another one, order sheet. So here if you see this, here we have order, and when was the order placed, who was the customer, and which state they belongs to, and which city they belongs to. So now we have seen the data. Now let us go on. See, I know that my data is clean, and we don't have any ambiguity or some difference, right? So now let's straight away go and upload the data into Power BI, both the data. Okay, yeah. Now let's upload the data into Power BI tool. Okay, so my data is in CSV format, as I mentioned earlier. So let us go and get the data. So here this is the Power BI desktop, right? And here we have a get data. Like there are various source we have, like each and every category, like each and every source we can extract the data to design our dashboards. But my data is into CSV format. I'll just select the CSV format, and I'll go to my folder where I save the data, and I'll select the data sheet, and I'll open it, and it will take only 2 or 20 seconds. Yeah, so here you can see the data, like what data you are going to upload. So it is just giving the preview, and now let's load it, or you can do the transformation. So at this moment, like I don't want to do transfer, so I'll just load the data, load it. So it will just take 2 seconds to upload the data, right? Yeah, so it's uploaded. So now see, this screen went off, and like where we can see the data. So the data which we uploaded into Power BI, we can go here like data column, and you can see like what kind of information we uploaded. So the Power BI automatically calculates some of the calculation, and it will give an output here. So here you can see the data which we uploaded. And next, one more thing, like we'll upload another data sheet, and that is order. Select the order and open it. So again it will give for preview and then load it. So if you do the transform data, it will go to Power BI editor. So at this moment we don't want to go there, we just load the data, because in the future, like in some of the time, like we'll start utilizing that transform data as well. So at this moment we will just load the data. Okay, load it, and again it will take 2 seconds, and see our data is available here, right? So now I'll just save it. Okay, I'm not selected. I'll just give the name for the Power BI file. I'll just save it. Yeah, so this is saved. So now you can go and see the data which is available here, and you can review the data. Before for that, like what we can do, we'll go to see here review report view. This is the dashboard, and this is the data view, like what data we uploaded. You can see it, you can see here, right? So it's available similar way. And if I go to this model, like some of the models automatically created between two tables, right? And then this is a DAX query. So at this moment you don't want to go to DAX query. Let's go and see the data. So when you go to this, you can see some of the columns already available, like the columns which got uploaded. So if you want to create some of the columns, like you can create here, and you can add, like you need some data, okay, based on that you can start creating that and you can add it here. So at this moment I don't want anything, and you can see the data as well. See, the moment you checked, so you can see that the format of the like order ID, the name, see the name is the heading is order ID, and the format of the data is in the text, and you don't have the summarization. Like if I click on the amount column, see here this name itself appears as amount, and here you can see whole number, and if something decimals required we can give it to here, and again like this is again profit, so again like it's a whole number, and coming to quantity again it's a numbers, and when it comes to category, that will take as a text format. So subcategory as well, it will take text format, and again payment mode as well text format, right? And if I talk about the order, so here also same thing, right? Okay, yeah. So now let's go and check the transform data, right? So which I mentioned earlier, I'm just saving the file and I'll go to transform data. See, at this moment I know the data is neat and clean, so but still for your reference we'll go and check what is required. Let us go and see the transform data. Okay, let's click it here. So in the menu bar you can see transform data. I'll just click on it and I'll go to transform data. So the moment you click on it, the new window will open, right? The data, like what and all modification, what and all calculation we do, right? We will do it here, and that ultimately visible in the our Power BI dashboard in the main screen. So this is the data which we uploaded. So now you can see various option in the home tab, like file, close and apply. Close and apply means like what and all changes we have done, like for this existing data it will apply and it will close the file. If you just apply the data, just whatever the things which you have done here in this sheet, so that is that just applies data. And if you just close it, like whatever the modification, whatever the new things which we added here, it will not appear. So always ensure that like whenever you do something in this transform data, always make sure that you click on this close and apply, right? And you have another like source as well, like any data which you want to extract from this stage, you can go and extract the data. And recent sources, enter the data manually, like if you want to enter data manually, you can go and enter. And refresh view, manage parameters, right? And then choose columns, remove the columns, and keep rows, remove the rows. Like if you don't want to remove keep some of the rows, you can remove it. And so if you want to keep some rows only, like you can remove other data, so you can go and see to that. And you can have the split column by numbers, characters, like uppercase, lowercase, right? And group by we have. So in this group by, like nothing but I would say that in Excel sheet how we use the pivot table. So this is somewhat it's similar way. So I'll just see, I'm just doing for yourself, I don't want this calculation, but still I'll do that. So order ID, and I'll just count rows I need to give, and new column name I'll give as new, and I need order ID, operation as sum or average, whatever the things, I'll just give sum, and column amount, like what kind of amount it has to be paid based on the order ID. I'll just give amount, click on OK. See, here we have a order ID and what is the total amount. So if you go and check in the previous screen, you can go on and do that, right? So here one more important step is that applied step. So like we don't have control Z here, like how we do like previous details. So you just have to what all steps you are going to apply in this sheet, so it will be automatically recorded in the applied steps. So if I don't want to the data which you created now, so I'll just go and delete it. At this moment I don't want, right? So this is what something you have the group by, right? And then again we have a merge query, we have append queries, like there are various things to do in the Power BI. At this moment for our dashboard creation, like we don't want to do all those things, and in the future videos I'll make sure that like I'll be covering this all merge query, append query, like what exactly it is, right? Everything. So and few more things I want to explain you guys that, right? So we have in the data sheet, and if you click on this order ID, so I don't want, like if you want to, like if you click on right clicks, there are various things available in this fields. So if I want to copy, I'll just copy, and if I want to paste, I'll paste it here. So you can paste here, or before that I'll just explain few other things, right? So order ID, I have selected order ID, and you can go on transform data. So you can see that and change type, like at this moment that data is in the text as I mentioned earlier, right? If you want to change to the different things, you can do that. And if I talk about remove column or remove other column, remove it. See, that's column removed. I don't want that, but I'll just go and cancel these steps. Yes, it appears again. And duplicate column, yes, see, order ID is exactly the duplicate column appears. I'll just close it. See, these are the things which is available in the Power BI. And I'll just select the amount column now. I'll just see what kind of, see here, change type. See, it's in a whole number. If you want to give it a fixed decimal number or decimal number, you can do that. At this moment we don't want anything, so we'll just keep it as it is. And profit as in again, right? So these are the things which are all pivot and pivot, all the informations are all available. So if you want to rename it, you can rename it at this moment as a profit. So like we can make the use of it, right? So this is what available. And I think like by this time we understood the data and the concept, like what we are going to upload into our Power BI dashboard, right? So we'll just go and do the order column. So here also you can see, like if you want to remove or duplicate column, yes, you can do anything, but we don't want that. So I'll just close these steps. Yeah, so as it is I need. And we have a date always will be the date format. You need to see, yes, see, sometimes like that will take as a text, and we need to make sure that our Power BI calculation, like the dashboard calculation, we always date should be in the date format only. Okay, so this is, well, these are the things which are available here. So at this moment we don't want to do anything, right? So we just have to see the data and how things are available in the Power Query editor. We are just seeing it. So at this moment my data is clean. And so, and also like I'll just show some of the things. See, if something is there, you can see it here. And if some null values are there, error columns are there. So I'll just column distribution also you can see here. See, there are 439 distincts and 232 unique values, and in these columns also if you click on this and see, you can see this validation count. There are 1000 lines, out of which 439 distincts and 232 is unique values, and max, average, everything it will be calculated automatically. And column quality also you can see here, valid is 100% because we don't have any error, as I mentioned earlier. So if something is there error, like somewhere, like if I mention, if some data is available with the comma or some changes, right? So that data, it shows an error. So that time you can go and check, okay, the column quality is 100%. So that's how you can say that, okay, that data is clean. And show white space, I'll just select, yeah, and see some data, it automatically changes. At this moment I don't want to do anything, you can do that. Still we have many things in the columns, right? So condition columns, index column, duplicate column. So as I mentioned earlier, you can extract. So sometimes like file calculation, I'll just show it here in order, right? So this is the data. So sometimes I need, so this is the data which is for 2024 only. So sometimes what happens, like I need some of the lines, okay, which year it is belongs to in the format of dates. So I'll just select order date and I'll just see here, and I'll in this column add column. So I need another column, I'll just create it as year. I need the year, see which year it is. As of now, as I mentioned, it is 2024, but if you want to see some more years data, so you can see it here. So you can automatically create it. And at this moment I don't want, I'll remove it. And similar way, if I go and check here month, which month it is belongs to, right? So it's, I would say that's the March, so it's showing a March month name. And so I need one more thing, I'll just select this, and the year, week, day, everything is there. So week, quarter, month. So here sometimes start of the month, end of the month, days in the month, and number of month, so sorry, name of the month. So I can select this. See here we have the month of month name here of which is appearing here. And in this also, like sometimes like we don't want to keep complete month name. So for that, what we can do, you can extract. I'll just select this month name, extract text, before, text between, text first character, last character. So I need 3 characters in the new column. So I'll just see, I'll mention as 3. See, it appears March, Feb, Jan, December. So see, always we should make sure that like our data should be in the smaller format. So that's the reason, like instead of keeping MAR says March, we can keep it as MAR. So it's a short form of the March. So see, there are things which are there in the Power BI query editor. So at this moment we don't want to have all these things, so I'll just remove it. So you can go and right click and remove it, or I can just go and apply the steps, previous steps, right, which is not required. So I'll just select this. See, this is our data. So these are the things which are there in the Power Query editor. And I'll just go to home, and still we have other things. At this moment I think we don't want to do all those things. At custom example in okay, this is not required. So let's go to home, and this time I'll just close and apply as I mentioned earlier. So our data is as it is, and we did not add anything which is not required at this moment. So if you want to add in some time, like we can add it, no issue. Okay, so I'll just save it. So now let us see data view. See model view, like we have seen the report view, and table view have seen the data which is added, and column we created some of the DAX calculation, and we just go and see the model view now. So this is model view is nothing but like based on the data sets which we provided here. So what kind of relationship based on the data is automatically created. So sometimes there are various data sheets available in this, or like one sheet the data is different, and that will have the different categorization and same kind of things. Like we have another data set where we have unique values. So based on that data, like we can create the relationship between those two tables or the data. So now you can see here in this data for like data sheet, and in the order sheet we have a unique value. Like you can go and see here, click it here, right? See, you can see as the relationship, like what kind of relationship is available here. So based on the, if you want to go and check what kind of relationship is created between these two tables, you can go and check How? Go and click on the right click on the properties. You can see based on the order ID and order ID from the data and order ID from the order details, order table, so that the relationship is created. So cardinality, we call it as cardinality. So cardinality is like we have many, like many to one and one to one, one to many, many to many. So this is data. I'll be sharing another video on this, like you can go and watch it. At this moment, like this relationship is created to many to one because we have unique values here, like order ID and order ID, it's the same thing. So that's the reason. Okay, I'll just, you can see, always make sure that this makes your relationship active. So if you want to create another data set, we can do that, but at this moment, like we don't know how to do, right? So we can just save it, and this is what we call it as model view. And like at this moment, like we have reviewed all those things. Like you can see here, like the relationship which is provided here, instead of going here, you can go on relationship, how it is created, like data to order ID, and coordinate is many to one, order table and order ID and single, right? Okay, so now let's go on to the report view, so where we create our dashboards. So this is the main screen where we see, and this screen called it as canvas for the Power BI. So this is always in this color only. So if you want to change it, like if okay, I don't want to create a dashboard in the white canvas board, so I just need a colorful thing. So what we can do, we can go and always go to visualization, start creating that. Okay, so canvas background we can add it, or canvas settings also there, like what kind of page you want, like what kind of height or width you require, page information, page one, right? And if you go to canvas settings, I mentioned like type, what kind of type you want, or if you want to create custom, you can create it, no issues. Or if you go to canvas background, like at this moment it's a white, so if I select the blue, it will select, but transparency is 100, so I'll just keep it as 10. See, that automatically changes. And if you want to have some images here as a background, so we can always we can create it, right? And so we have a wallpaper, again we can create it, like if you have some of the images to be created as a background, you can do that. And always once you select that image fit, it's normal comes as it is, and if you want to fit it to the background, you can click on the image fit, and then go to filter pane, and I think it's not required, filter cards, right? So at this moment it's not required, right? Sorry. So now let us create the canvas background, and I'll just go to this one, visualization tab, and I'll select the format your visualization color. I'll quickly select, we have a coloring options, right? So I'll just select this, I'll select this, and then so transparency I'll give, it's not so if you want to change it, still you can go and change it, whatever the color you want, right? See, automatically changes. So at this moment I'll just keep it this color, and transparency is, I'll just give 10. Yeah, so this is our background for our dashboard creation, right? I'll just save it. Now let us create the some of the dashboards, the visuals. So before that, let us name the dashboard that like we are creating for SRI SAI MART e-commerce store. So let us create the headings. So for that, I'll select the text box and I'll write a name, SRI SAI MART e-commerce sales dashboard. Okay, so you can increase the size and you can make it as a bold, you can increase the size and make it as alignment, center alignment, right? So we can keep it as it is, And you can do like, see, now this is the on the blanks we can write the names, and instead of that, like, you can do on the shapes as well. We have a shapes options as well, so we can create it and we can copy paste this same information and paste over this. Okay, so for that, like, we need to insert the text box here which was missing. Yeah, see, we can bring it here, and now can little bit up, can make it this and just bring it to top. You can increase the size of this and this view. And we can remove the background title effect. See, we can make this, and we can change the color if you want, and we can make it as alignment as right and center. And here, if you want, select the visual border, can make it as a center. Right, so we can minimize this. Yeah, so if you want to change the color, you can change the color format. Okay, so this way you can create it, but at this moment, like, we don't want to have this. Well, let us make it as, keep it simple, and for that, let's keep it as it is. And for that, you can change the colors, right? Yeah, so this looks neat and clean. And I'll just bring it to a little bit left. Yeah, so now let us create some key performance indicator like KPIs. So this is nothing but based on this information we are going to identify how the business is running. Okay, so this is the key performance of business. That's the reason we call it as KPI. So now let's go on further, like, we need to insert some of the visuals. Basically, for all KPIs we are going to use this card. I'll just select this and I'll just resize it and KPI. So when the business is running, like, whether business is a profit or no loss, so on what basis we understand? So we understand based on the amount, like, okay, how much amount it is making. So for that, based on that details only, like, business is going to take some decisions. Now let's take the first KPI. For that, take it as amount. Okay, so this business has made around 438k business, and let's do some of the alteration for this. For that, let's go here and current value, like, it's 45, let's make it as 35. So size, and yeah, so we can keep like this, and still many things we can do. CJOY bold, or you can give semi bold, right? And then center alignment, and the label is on layout, right? And cards, its background is there and shadow is there, and required size narrow. Yeah, we can make it shape we can create like this, right? We can change the shapes as well. And so background we have white, we can change it to different colors, whichever the colors is required. So it's too much. Okay, so at this moment I don't want to keep all these things. I'll just keep it as customs. Yeah, here I'll just keep it as a rectangle, and still we can do many things. We have the title above the value, so fetch data format, we'll go, and can reference label, we can go here, or callout value, like let's go here and check label, it's above the value, right? So if you want to make it as below the value, we can make it. And still spacing between label and the values is 8. Let's give it as 2. Okay, and then you can change the color as well if required. So change it to white and make it as bold, and coloring this one. And let's do some of the coloring for the background. It's not looking good. For that, go here, still we can go to this background, we need to select the color to background matching. Yeah, so I think little bit this is fine. Yeah, so similar way we can create few more cards. For that you don't have to create separately, so you just have to copy paste the information, copy this, paste how many kps which is required, right? So let's select this, make it as like right proper alignments. So instead of doing individually, so I think we can reduce some of the size for this. Yeah, so we can change the color as well, but at this moment let it be color values. You can go and check color, whichever color you want. See, I think this will be fine. Let's keep it in the same format. So now let us select the another KPI, that is quantity, like how many quantity we have sold. So for that no need to do anything much, so you just have to select the card which is required, and here if you see visuals, and this is the formats. So here we'll go and delete the details here. See, so some of the amount is visible, so I don't want that. I'll just delete this and I'll add it as quantity. So see, it's appearing. I think some of the modification required. Yeah, so you can rename it if you want. Rename this visual. Right, we can utilize the space in a proper way and make it as and then yeah. So next KPI it is profit. So I'll just do the same thing for 38k. It's some of the amount. Now I'll remove the amount here. I'll add the profit, right? And then last one is average order value. So for that we need to do some of the calculation. So for that let's do the calculation before entering the details. So for that let's go to table view, and here we have the order amount and the quantity. So here nothing but like what is our average order value. Like on an average, if I do the business of 1000 rupees in a day, like if I sold the 10 quantities, so it means that 1000 divided by 10, it means like an average I have made a business of 100. So similar way, here we have the amount based on the order ID, and we have a quantity. So we can easily understand that how much average order value. So just select this and insert a new column, right? So we can rename it average order value, and for that let's select the amount, except DAX calculation amount. See data sheet. In data sheet we have amount, right? Select this and divided by quantity. So in data sheet we have a quantity, so let us enter. See, now we can easily calculate the average order value. So now we can see some of them are having the decimal values, so which is not required. So here you can see the average order value. So here you have a decimal, so let's make it as whole number, and it will ask the dialog box and make it as yes. So now we have calculate the average order value. So now let's go to format visuals, like the sales dashboard creation, and here you can see the average order value. So instead of amount, let's make it as average order value. So here is some of the decimals information is there. Further let's go here, reference label, so I'm just checking it, general data format here, make it as whole number. Okay, so this is what average order value looks like, and you can make a little bit smaller size. So ideally all these cases should be in the same format, so that it looks nice. Okay, so now we calculated our KPIs, right? Now let us calculate the sum of the profits. Okay, for that let us select the stacked column chart, and then for that let us select the month basis, because this data is contents of 1 year. So in 1 year how much profit we have done, how much amount we have done, we can understand, and based on the visuals. So I have selected the column chart, right? Now bring the month and then amount. See, you can see this, right? So here we have the information and sum of the amount by month. So for that, like, let's do some of the formatting. Before that, let's select this format paint and select this. See, looks different color, so we can change the color always, there is no issue. And before that, let's go here, x-axis. So remove the, change the color for this white so that it looks neatly. And title is of not required x-axis, this is x-axis and this is y-axis, right? So title is not required, and let's go to y value, and title it's not required, and grid lines is not required, right? And we can do some of the headings. So go to general, title, and here you can see some of the amount by month. So I'll just keep amount by month and give a color for this, again white, and make it as a center alignment, right? So background color I think we need to change. For that, let's go to effects, and the background we have some different color. So let us select the lights, some of the colors which looks nice. No, let's go and select here. That will come to later. Before that, let's select here. So this is, so amount by month we can see like what is the sales. So you can view the visuals, like let's select this and labels. Let us go and check where it is, data format. Visuals, data labels, it's on, and we can give a coloring for this, position inside, outside the end, or if you inside the end, you can see here, you can see the amounts which are appearing here, and then coloring also we can give for that. No, it's not required. Horizontal, let it be, and the values, background, layout. Okay. So not required. So month wise we have calculated. So now see, we can give the coloring for this bars as well. Let's go and do that, right? So for that, let us select the chart and go to column. See, all these things we have a white color. See, whatever the colors which you want you can keep, there is no issue. And if you want to calculate some of the things where we have a loss of everything, right, so we can do that. Further, let's go and select this conditional category for the calendar rules. We can make it as rules, gradient, everything we can do. So let's make it as rule, order by month, right? It's selected already, and here you can see select the amount, sum of the amount equal to, if amount is more than one, like profitable area, so let it be with the blue color. And you can add another rule. So if profit is less than, right, or equal to, you can give a different color. Okay, so that's okay. So we can do this way. At this moment we don't require that, let it be. So here with the data it's not appearing. Let's go to y-axis, and the values, coloring we can change to different one. Yeah, so now we have created the amount by month chart, so we can easily understand like how much amount we have made in the month of August, what was the sum of the amount, and how many quantity we have sold, or what is the profit, and what is average order value, right? So we can do coloring as I mentioned earlier. So for that, let's select this and go to columns. Here we don't require. Select the gradient and can custom. It's okay, lowest value. Let's select this. Okay, so here you can see different kind of profit and the loss, like okay, if it is calculating properly, right? And now, okay, I think this color is not looking nice. We can go and always change it. Color, go to here and select the color here. Right? Yes, this is a little bit nice. And now mentioned earlier, like we can do some of the modification for this charts. So I selected this and go to here and select the journal, and you can go and check always border, visual border on, and the corner we can rounded corner we can make it as increase, right? So this looks, see, and similar we can make it as formatting. That's not required, let's do it manually. And here again you selected this, go here, border and dashed, whatever the things. Select the border, color required, okay, let it be. So at this moment, as of now, we are done for the amount by month. So now let us select the another visuals for profit by month. So this is the amount, and let's select the another one. So just copy paste the same for details and paste over the below. And just delete it, select the same thing, paste it. Alright, so now just we don't have to do anything. So let it be order date by month, and let's remove the amount here. Let's bring the profit. See, it's beautifully appearing amount by month, and let's have to rename it general title. So profit by month, right? It's looks nice. So now we need to create few more charts. Let us create that. So now let's calculate the profit by subcategory. So for that, let us select the different cluster bar chart and select this, right? So here we have a subcategory and we have a profit. We can use this. See, there are various items available. So like business want to know like which are the top like top performance like which is appearing in our like business. So for that only they need to, so they can do more I would say that like more quantity, quality, all those things. So that's the reason like what I suggest, they'll concentrate more on those things. So for that, let us select top 5 or 10 items which are like frequency We don't want to see all the items which is not performing well and which is performing high. So here if I see printers, so which is performing is more, like they can invest more thing in the printer, so that based on the sales they'll get more profit. So for that, let's select this, and for that, for selecting for top 5, we always go to filter and subcategory. Here we already there, and select this top n. So top, how many cases? 5. I'll just give it here, and that is again bring it the profit. So apply the filter. See, now it's selected only top 5 items where business can concentrate more on this to have the more profit. So let us do the formatting again. Just copy paste the information, just copy paste it here, and like I would say that let's make it little bit smaller of this, so that we can add a few more visuals, right? And select this here, nicely place, and here you can see the labels also appearing and formatting also. So some of the amounts it's not appearing. Let's make coloring for that, and so I think this is looks fine. And let us select the another chart. So we need to rename it, right? Like some of the profit by subcategory we can make it as. So let's go for that here and go to general and title, and make it, remove this profit by subcategory, and we can always change if you want the other things which is required. So at this moment I don't think so that is required something for us. So now let us create few more charts based on our requirement. See, this everything is fully interactive, right? So we can do one more charting for that, right, which is required. Now let us create one more chart, which is our pie chart or the donut chart. So I'll just go with the donut chart. Okay, I'll just select this. So let us calculate this for some of the reason, like we can do the formatting little later. And here you can see what we can do, some of our category. So category, what and all category items like we are selling here, like in this mart. And so quantity, right? So like you can easily understand like sum of quantity by category, like how many quantities are there. So quickly we'll just make the formatting for the same way, and just little bit increase the size. So now it looks fine, and now we can change the color for this on the formatting. So sum of quantity by category it's not required, like we'll just rename it quantity by category, general title, and rename it quantity by category. And again we can go like this, data format it's required, visuals, data labels, like so it's outside, inside, what are the things which you require, but prefer outside. And we can make it as category percentage total. So it's not value required, category value it's not required. And so I think this is not required. So percentage wise I need to show, like I want to show like what is the quantity, like I think you cannot see, and let's change the color to blue, or we can color it anything. Yes, so ideally that should be visible properly, and we can change the color. So we can background it's not required, and then so now we can change the color as well for this, right? See different colors we can give for that. slices, and you can go in here, right? So coloring, it's not required, let's change it, yes. And let it be one is blue color. Furniture we can give a different color, or yes. So if you don't want this, can give this, yes. So now we can notation not required, data label, spacing is having 60%, so let's make it as a little bit, I'll make it as 70%, yes, looks fine. And data label, it's okay. Like general, go to here, title or data label, let's go here, data labels here, yeah. Okay, I think this is fine for us, it looks fine only, right? And yeah, so now we need to add few more charts, let's create that. So now let us calculate one more chart, create one more chart, that is copy paste the same donut chart and paste it over here. Okay, we can do the formatting little later. And here we need sum of quantity, let it be, and we don't want the category, so we'll bring the payment mode. See, it's created neatly, and we can do the little bit formatting as per our adjustments which are required, right? So this is done. So we can do the spacing somewhat, can go to general spacing, let's make it as a little bit, so no, let's increase to 60. Let's type it. Okay, so now we can see like we can change the color if I want. So at this moment I don't think so, like we need to change quantity by, so here we have a category, quantity by category, like we can rename it, go here, general, title, quantity by payment mode. Right, and you can change the formatting for this data label. Let's check if I can, visuals, data labels, slicer. So if you want to change the coloring, so we can do the changing here if required, but at this moment it's not required. We can data label, it's required is values. See, all this information is there, like whichever of things which is required we can always create it, right? So now let us do create few more charts, and before that let's create quantity wise, like some of the slicer. So for quarter wise, so we can see the like this data is for 1 year, so we can see like in one quarter like how much sales happened, how much quantities you were sold, what is the amount, that is a subcategory which is sold, what is the quantity by category, what is the quantity by payment mode which is received. So for that let us create these slicers. So for that let's go here and select the in the visualization as slicer, select this, and so here nothing but like we are going to have the quarters, right? So as I mentioned, like just select this and select the quarters. So here we can do the modification. I'll just tell you. So and just go to general and slicer settings. Here we have a verticalist, so instead of that, let's keep it as tile. See, Q1, Q2, Q3 are it's appearing. So if I select the Q1, like what is the sales, see each and everything it will change automatically, right? So one for quarter wise we can see the data now. So for that, select this and can format this one as well. Select this format cells and copy paste, and so we can rename it, no issues. So just select here, general site setting, tile it's redundant, selection that's okay, slice header quarter. So we can give a coloring for this, and we can increase little bit size for this, right? And then we can bring it to center. Let's see values, think coloring we can give, see it's gone. So we can always give this kind of color, and background for this, anything we can give. See, it will change. Okay, should be visible properly, that kind of backgrounds we can or you can go here more colors, or you can select this. Yeah, so let it be this, and here general title, okay, I think it's here only, slicer header on font, can increase the font, and I'm just seeing what else. Okay, let me for this. So we have this created quarter wise, so the data is fully interactive, and still you can add one more thing with slices. Month, like as per our data we have some of the information like location wise. So let's increase, select one more slicer, right? So select here, and then bring the locations. So state wise we can see, no, not for this, just one only, state. So let it be this one with the slicer. Go to slicer settings and select this verticalist tile. So tile, it will be very big. Okay, drop down also you can select if you require, you can select here, right? So you can do anything, and let's do the formatting similar way. I think this much is not required. Let us create as it is. Yeah, so most of the things we have covered here, right? And if you can see anything, if you want to create, let's create it. Okay, so now you can see all the information we created, but still we have few more things which we can add it here. So that is like I like as a marketing manager, I want to understand like which are the top 5. Like we already created few items which are top category, like top kind of quantity, like sub kind of materials, like followed by subcategory. So similar way, like I just want to understand like what is our topmost sales which is happening in the states, right? Like there are various states here. So in this I just need few more, like top five states where it's having the more sales. So for that, like what we can do, like we can select the tree map, right? And select the state, and which is making a profit. So here you can see multiple states, but I don't want that. Like for that, let's go here and solve it state, and I'll just select by filtering top 5. I'll just select this, and then I'll bring the profit here and I apply the filter. So now by seeing this, we can easily understand, okay, which state is making more profit. So we can easily understand, okay, Madhya Pradesh is a bigger one, and Maharashtra and Uttar Pradesh and Gujarat, right? So we can do some of the modifications here, like formatting and title. We can keep it as top 5 profit states. Top 5 profit by states. Okay, we can rename it and then make it as center alignment. And the formatting, you can go ahead and do the formatting, right? So it's appearing here. And if you want to change the coloring as well, like we can go and always change the coloring. So colors here, we can change it this one, and we can change it to like which is required. And Uttar Pradesh and Maharashtra. Okay, see, there are various things we can keep doing that. Okay, so now still we have some of the space here. Let's utilize in a good way. I'll just select this as it is, and I'll paste it over here, and I'll use it for I'll just remove this information state. I'll make it as city. Okay, so Bangalore, like what is the percentage of the details, like what kind of payments, right? So we can go with that. And like now it's failed, and we can bring it this to little bit here and make it as bold, everything, make it as yes, it's required, right? So our dashboard is ready, but still there are things to do. I'll tell you what it is. See, now now in this we don't know like where exactly we have clicked this, right? Until unless, because the chain data is not visual properly, so I don't know like where we have clicked. So sometimes what happens, like when we have a multiple things to do, so we'll not come to know like where exactly we have clicked the details and how the data is getting filtered. So for that, what we have to do, like see, now in my situation only, like in this situation, I'm unable to get to know that, okay, wow, where I have clicked it. So I'm just trying that, like where I would have clicked. So yeah, so in Maharashtra I think we have clicked. So now our data is okay. I think this color is different one. Let's give a different color. That's dull. Let's go with this. Yeah, let it be. So I think I was just telling this. See, now I have clicked on Maharashtra, but I don't know in the sometimes like where I have clicked. I need to search. For that, what we can do? So we can do some of the filter there, like bookmarks. We call it in Power BI as a bookmarks. So that one. So we can do that. Before this, let's change the color for this. Okay, let's change the color differently. More color. Yeah, so that let it be. So now I was just telling that, okay, as of now we don't know like where exactly the data which is filtered, right? So for that, what we can do, like we can create the bookmarks, right? So I can do one thing. Let's create the insert, and now let us add some of the clear filters here, because sometimes like we will not get to know like in which chart we have clicked and how the data been filtered. So in order to check that, like it is very difficult. So in order to check where we have clicked and to come as a original picture, so for that, like what we can do, like we have a amazing option in Power BI, that is clear filters. That is like in one click, like we can say that wherever you have filtered the data, so that will be calculated automatically, and the visuals appears as it is, like as per the version. So for that, like what you have to do, you have to go to insert, like okay, let's go to, like we have to go to view, and there is a selection called bookmarks. So click on this. So then there will be a dialog box appears like as a bookmarks. So for this, what I suggest, like I'm already having some of the images for this. Okay, let's bring it to that. Insert shapes or image, yeah, and I'll just go to folder. See, I have readily available filter image where I'm going to assign now. So we can make it a little bit, yes, so you can place it over here, right? And then at this moment, okay, so now we need to assign the clicker, so like the filters for this. So for that, what I already selected the bookmarks, I'm going to click it, add. So I'll just rename it. I just need to know like what action we are giving to this bookmark. So clear filter, right? Then I need to assign this. Okay, selected this, and like when you select the image, when you already created the bookmarks, so that will format image comes like here, the what kind of format we need to give. Okay, so for that, like we can go here, so we can do anything, right? So we can set it normal. So we have action. So what action it has to be done from the filters. So I'll just select, it's an off, so I'll just select the action on, and I'll go select the bookmarks. Then see, there are various things which we can create here, but at this moment, like I need to clear filter, so I'm added the bookmarks, and in bookmarks I have created the name as clear filters, right? So now its action is on. Okay, so now you can see Q1 I have selected, and I'm just seeing the March data. Now there are various things appearing here, so I cannot go now. Okay, I clicked on the March, I can Q1, no. So for that, what we can do, like though the data is filtered based on the our view, so if you go and select this image, like where we have created a bookmark, and select control, see the data appears as it normal. So that's the reason, like these clear filters is very plays very vital role, like automatically all the charts will appear as a normal. Okay, So this is the usage of the bookmarks. This is how we are going to create this, like we have created. So apart from this, we can do one more thing. See, most of the things we have covered in this dashboard creation, right? So like we can see what is the data which is appearing for Q1, and like business can okay. So before that, I'll just do one more steps regarding to edit filters. Okay, so for that, like edit interactions, right? Insert modeling view, optimize modeling, insert. Okay, let's see about the edit interaction in this discussion. So that is nothing but like whenever you filter the data, that should be appears as it is. So if you see Q1, it's appearing, right? Similar way, some of the visuals, some of the data, it should be filtered as per the actual, like Q3 what should be appearing. So I'll just do that. So just select the another chart and go to format, edit interaction, right? So click on this. So when you click on this, you can see clearly like graph and the do not see, you can see the graph. So if you want to interact this data with all the other visuals, so you can choose that. So for now, like I'll just select this amount by month I have selected, and then I'll click on the filter. Okay, so if I don't want to change this, like when I'm clicking on this, like it should not be changing for the sum of the quantity, like I can go on gear, so that will constant, that will not change automatically. But at this moment, like I'll do the interaction for all these things. So I'll just select this and select this chart and click on everywhere wherever the graph button is appearing. So that is like I would say that should be interactive clearly for all the visuals. So when you click on this, it's getting highlighted, right? So yeah, so now similarly I'll just go here, I'll just do the interaction for other things. Then I'll select this. See, it is basically like sometimes like we don't want to change some of the data which is not required, but for this is learning purpose, I'm just telling you that okay, we can do the interaction for all the other things. I selected this chart, let it be interactive. Okay, so now our data is fully interactive. Okay, so wherever you click on this, so the data which will appear, see, that will change. So Q1, what is the data, right? And what is the profit and what was the quantity, like how much profit we have done, and what is the average like average order value. So if I go to Q2, again it's the same thing, it's changing, and Q3 and again Q4. See, this is what we were trying to create dashboard for the SRI SAI MART e-commerce sales dashboard, e-commerce store, because based on these visuals they are going to take some of the decisions to increase some of the sales. Like they can see like when in which period the sales is making the profit. So if you see this Q1, see, I'm just telling you like how we are reading this data. Okay, Q1 we can see sum of profit is 26k. On this, like how much we have done, like 62k in January, February in 39, and March is 61. So profit per month 9.7k, 8.5 and 7.8. So subcategory you can see like what is the highest sales in the printers in this Q1. So if I talk about Q2, there are other things like where we have done the amount of 87k and the sum of quantity is 1k, sum of profit is 882 and 24k as average. So you can see clearly how the details, like based on this, okay, they can increase the material, they can increase the supplies, they can increase the store capacity, so all these things. So you can see like how. And if you see in Q3 there is a loss because quantities is sold, some of the amount is 72k, but there is a loss because book cases. See, that depends on the various other reasons. So they can increase like top 5 items, like top 5 countries, right, where we can see clearly that okay, this is appearing and in which state it is going, right. And in Q4, so again it's thing. So if now I will check all the Q1 and Q2, Q3 and Q4. So now I can just go and click on this control, click on this, so the data appears normal. So this is what we try to create in this tutorial, like in this session. So hope you guys are enjoying this session. By this, like if you have come to this like till here, maybe like by this time you would already come to know like how we are going to create our dashboards. Okay, so just create it and just make use of Power BI in a good way, so that you will learn. There is still lot to learn in Power BI, but as far as I am teaching you in some of the information which is required basically. Okay, thank you. So like as of now, like if you're not subscribed my YouTube channel, please do subscribe my YouTube channel, so it will give a booster to me that okay, my data, like my training is fruitful and some of the users they're making replies of this, right. So it will give a confidence for me to build more such videos in the future based on your requirement. You can always reach out to me over the email, so I will mention over the my description when I upload this file into YouTube, right. And you can always reach out to me, and if you have any clarification or questions, you can always reach out to me. So I'll make sure that I'll be replying to you guys within like as per our convenient or your convenience, okay, at the earliest. Thank you, and have a good day.